Welcome back to Chow Time Pods. Your host, Red. I have videos today from the Modern King.
They asked for there to be no cameras in the courtroom. The judge straight up looked at them and said, "Oh, so now you don't want cameras to be involved?" People that are supporting her are freaking out. Like, how's she going to get a fair trial? She's going to get a fair trial. She pleaded not guilty. Not guilty. Most likely they'll do a plea bargain. She was able.
I found out my college girlfriend needs a kidney transplant, and I'm not really worried because her body hasn't rejected an organ in 25 years. No, not fair. Actually, in all fairness to her, she could probably count every guy she's ever slept with on one hand if she was holding a calculator, but I'm not bitter. I'm not a bitter guy. I'm not. 2 weeks after she dumped me, I was fortunate enough to see her get hit by a snowplow. And that was awkward for me because I had never driven a snowplow before. She had been plowed many times. It was new to me. And people ask me.
They call me Mr. Plow.
All the time if I still miss her, and I do because I haven't had the scope on my rifle adjusted, but I'll get her. I just have to put her behind me and slam it into reverse. But she's quick, and I found out she was dating some French guy, some guy named Fiance. So, pretty sure it's over.
This is her last post, published October 26th, 2 weeks after her now-deleted video causing this controversy. Working as a driver for delivery service DoorDash, Henderson claimed she was dropping off a food order when through the customer's door, saw him on the couch naked. After posting her footage, she reported the incident to Oswego police as sexual harassment.
Some of the claims that she had made on social media after the fact were not in fact true.
Investigators determined that the man, drunkenly unconscious on his couch, did nothing wrong. But he found out lewd images of him were published for thousands of TikTok users to see. So police criminally charged Henderson with 2 counts related to unlawful surveillance.
Which makes sense. Only makes sense.
Court documents accuse her of recording, quote, intimate parts without consent when he had a reasonable expectation of privacy.
And to all those that have been supportive of me during this time, thank you so much.
For as talkative as she's been on TikTok until now, she had nothing to say while leaving the courthouse.
Livy, do you want to say anything about what happened?
DoorDash SA girl made her first appearance in court recently, and she is facing 2 felony charges for recording and posting that dude's willy on TikTok. And like, how this trial goes down is entirely dependent on how much of a she wants to be, because honestly she could probably plea out. Like, she's pretty young. I don't think she has a criminal record. She could probably give some kind of song and dance about how she didn't know it was wrong and she's so sorry and she'll never do it again. But do you think that's what she's doing? No, she's pleading not guilty, which is insane, because to prove the 2 felonies against her, they have to prove 1, that she did it, which we know, 2, that she posted it, which she did, we know, she proved that, and 3, that she did it for monetary purposes, amusement, or revenge. And
pretty much,
based on her own videos, she self-reports to all 3. By posting to TikTok, I think it automatically falls under posting for amusement, but she also says in her videos that she was upset that TikTok was taking down the videos because she wanted to get paid, and she also says that she wanted this man to be shamed by anyone who knew him. And like, ma'am, do you know how bad a felony is for your life?
I got it expunged, but I'm still dealing with it right now. I was trying to be a lotto retailer, and yeah.
You couldn't even get a better job than DoorDash as a non-felon. What are you doing? If she wants any shot of winning this case, she has to somehow find a way to prove that he did in fact knowingly SA her. And the police already investigated this and have already completely disproven that claim. Not just found it unfounded, disproved it. So now, just playing devil's advocate, trying to find any shot in the dark that she has here, she could potentially hire a cybersecurity team to go into his stuff, look through all of the mountains of his emails, search history, and maybe if they can find that he has a solid history of actually baiting women into looking at his dingle-dangle-de-doo, maybe she could win. Do you want to know how much that costs? Like hundreds of thousands of dollars. Where are you gonna get that money? Just kidding, don't worry. She has a GoFundMe. She's raised $195. And keep in mind, these are just charges.
surprised she raised any money.
Just pressed by the state. Once the prosecution is done with her, possibly Austin might be his name, can still sue her civilly. She ruined her own life, and the only way of possibly getting it back on track is to just admit that she did something wrong, and she refuses. Anyway, if you didn't...
I'm sure the plea that they probably offered her was a pretty good plea, that it was probably lowered to misdemeanors, and, you know, for her able to you know, get out of it. Or it might have been something similar to me, where they might have lowered to like the lowest felony and gave her a chance to expunge it, because it's probably her first offense.
Didn't improperly enter someone's house and take a picture of their heat-seeking moisture missile and then post it onto the world's most
heat-seeking moisture missile. I like that one.
public social media platform today. Congrats.
Admitting she did something wrong would require taking accountability, and we all know how that goes. She entered his home to record him when he was passed out on his couch and tried playing victim for attention. She was willing to destroy an innocent man's life for nothing.
So, normal women?
Nothing more than attention on social media.
Okay, so how long do you think it'll take for you to grow like a full beard? Like a full one?
How long do you think it'll take you to grow like a full edges?
Her face immediately.
We might grow it at the same time.
Not all men. Yeah, to you. To us, it is all men because it has to be.
Who exactly is us?
What?
They're obviously not including those who think logically and rationally in this conversation.
We have no choice. How are we supposed to know which men are safe? There are enough men that are misogynistic and dangerous for us to have to be cautious with every single one of them.
So naturally, a person would assume the worst of every individual in an entire population.
Men are always comparing women to objects, so it's my turn.
Oh, good. So instead of taking the high road and doing better than those individuals that someone is criticizing, someone is going to be not only just as bad, but in fact worse, because someone should know better.
Imagine we have a big bowl of gummies. A large amount of them have poison and will make you very sick, and some of them will even kill you. I'm not going to trust any of those gummies until they are proven to be safe.
And this, ladies and gentlemen, is actually how some individuals justify bigotry.
I'm not just talking about the men that essay and abuse. Even the men who are just a little misogynistic are unsafe to me. If a man perceives women as less than equal in any way, there's a possibility that he will treat me as less.
Do you see men as equal or less than in any way? Because I'm pretty damn sure you are.
Than equal. Good men are the ones who do think about it, because good people care about other people.
You know what else good people do? They actually understand that each person is an individual, not part of a monolithic group that acts of one mind. And moreover, they don't believe that an individual should be held responsible for the actions of others.
So if you're a man, misogynistic men are more likely to listen to you because they don't like women. They don't want to listen to us.
Well, if that were true, then
I don't think men just want to listen to women in general.
misandrists would listen to other women when those women tell them how wrong they're being by hating an entire population of people. But usually, those misandrists just call those other women names.
If you want to be a good person, listen, learn, admit your faults, and then grow and change.
It's almost like a lot of those individuals out there who give advice on how to be a good person should actually take their own advice once in a while.
Hear me out. What if some women don't really want a man, they really want a father? Because hear me out, like some women be wanting to be in a relationship, they want the man to pay for everything, nothing wrong with that, but then like do no work in return. And I just feel like that's the kind of relationship a father has with their kid daughter.
Correct.
You get what I'm saying?
They want a man to be
saying.
the father they never had. But when men refuse this obviously one-sided arrangement, they get confused and upset. Many of them genuinely believe a man should be required to do everything for them, while they don't have to do anything in return, don't listen to anything he says, and can do whatever they want.
Morgan Wallen, you have 10 minutes to respond to this message before I go and walk down the aisle. It's not too late. Let me know.
Let me know. The game is gone.
And I get it.
We may disagree. Celebrity crush. It was a joke, but jokes are only funny
if they're a little bit true.
Listen, I'm just calling it how I see it, and what I see is a cry for help. It's over before it started. Bro needs to make like movie credits
and start rolling.
Soft launching the divorce at the wedding? They're about to honeymoon at the therapist's office. The priest probably saw this video and asked bro at the altar,
"Are you sure about this, big guy?"
Bro probably saw this video after it happened, and it's too late.
And just looked up at his wife like this.
You know how we say we get everything we deserve in this life? I highly doubt this was the only red flag, but to each his own. Some people
are into this kind of stuff,
if you know what I mean, but it's too late now. The wedding venue is non-refundable and the divorce lawyer is already deciding what boat he wants to get. Social media is cool and funny until you actually have to put down the phone
and deal with this.
I cannot believe I have to make this video, but I'm going to explain why that giant fireball in Sydney situation is important. During the giant fireball in Sydney, you can look it up. I'm sure TikTok is going to give you the keywords here. There was a woman and a man who were standing there watching it happen. The woman is watching, screaming with her hand on her phone, saying, "Oh my gosh, this is crazy." The boyfriend behind her says, "Babe, back up, babe, back up," to which she responds, "Shut up." The reason why her reaction is so dangerous is because many of you may not understand that an explosion of that size would have created shrapnel. Debris going hundreds of miles per hour in every direction that could potentially puncture or pierce or shoot through any object soft enough for it to do it to, including her own body. He was concerned about her safety and she did not listen. That's crazy.
We call that natural selection. Some people...
Well, I mean, from the last video I did, he might have still gotten held responsible for yelling at her for, getting the safety and not grabbing her and putting her in the safety.
Simply do not listen until they end up learning their lesson the hard way. If you have enjoyed the video this far and want to see more like it in the future, I would greatly appreciate it if you liked the video. Thank you.
Stop hitting me, please.
Can you take me to San Antonio,
I'm
please?
not, no.
I will pay you if you take me to San Antonio,
No,
please,
baby,
please.
you put yourself in this situation and I can't do it.
Always me!
I can't do it.
This is Billy, and we need to highlight Billy's story because Billy is not alone. Billy is one of millions of men who are dealing with domestic from their partner. We think of domestic, or at least when we're spoken to about domestic, it's always spoken about in a manner where the man is the perpetrator and the woman is the victim. And far too often, because of this rhetoric, male victims go unheard and unseen. Domestic rate is 50-50, and don't let anybody ever tell you otherwise. Despite the fact that the domestic rate is 50-50, organizations and our governments refuse to put money into studying female perpetrators of domestic because that would go against the rhetoric of against women and children. What they don't realize is that they think that they're doing women a service here and just undermining men, and who cares? But the reality is that lesbians take up the majority of the domestic rate, so you're not just hurting men, you're preventing women who are victims of other women from getting the proper help because we haven't studied why women do this and what's the best way to leave when a woman is abusing you.
Exactly. But I was in the kitchen making a coffee before I went to the office, and I put a set of the headphones on, and all of a sudden I heard my wife go.
We both come from families that work really hard. Both of our parents work really hard. We're very working class.
And I was like, no. Be honest.
I am being honest.
What car did your dad drive you to school in?
So my dad did...
No, one answer.
My dad...
What car was it?
It's not a simple answer
what
because...
What did you get your dad to drive?
It depends. Okay, in the 80s, my dad had a Rolls Royce.
Thank
you. I don't know who needs to hear this, but anybody just trying to talk to me, you got to have money. You got to be paying all my bills. All my
they do be looking like that.
bills got to be paid. You got to have money. You got to be 6 feet. You got to have waves, dress. I don't care as long as you just do something. You got to make 6 figures, and you got to pay all my bills. Or you can't mess with me. I'm a dime piece. I'm a baddie. So if you don't holler at me if you ain't got no money and if you ain't paying my bills.
Do you think like because you feel that you're not like a feminist or whatever, you are better than other women?
No, I don't. I'm a pretty humble person.
Do you feel that we hate men?
A lot of what you're saying does seem like man-hating behavior.
I mean, I do think men suck. I think a lot, because of the patriarchy, a lot of men have arrogance and they mistreat women. Do you agree?
No, I don't agree.
So you think men don't mistreat women?
I do not think that a majority of men mistreat women.
So
I do not.
Why do you think there are phrases like, ugh, men suck?
Because I think women are petty and dramatic.
Okay, so just because like you're going against other women doesn't mean like men are gonna choose you.
I'm not a pick me. I'm married. I'm already sold. I'm off the streets.
The streets?
Yeah, where all you are.
So you think because I'm not married, I'm on the streets and I like really need a husband?
You're really bitterly and desperately single, yes. You're obviously not happy. Your attitude does not scream, I'm happy and I love my life.
It's just sad that women literally admit that they hate men. I don't think very many men have ever said they hated women. If anything, men say they love women. Even when you ask, do men suck and do women suck? Men hardly ever talk shit on women because we still love women. Even though you guys are horrible creatures, we still love you. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that. And catch you guys next time. Ciao.